today I'm going to take you through my beauty favorites for the month of June, so without any further ado, let's get started. I've written quite a bit about how I've been having issues with my skin lately, and I'm not quite sure whether it's hormonal or stress related or maybe it's the way I've been eating, but I've noticed a lot of blemishes and a lot of breakouts. So I started using Dermalogica Clear Start Emergency Spot Fix earlier this month, and I've noticed that it's made a huge difference to the state of my skin. I just apply a little bit of this, a little dab of it on any breakouts and any blemishes before applying my moisturizer. And they say that you should apply this every 6 to 8 hours. I think I've probably been applying it a little bit more, especially when my skin's been particularly bad. Like I'll just be sitting at my desk and I'll just keep applying wherever it's needed. And I've really noticed that it really does make really red, angry spots calm down overnight. Next, I started using the Clarins Double Serum Complete Age Control Concentrate earlier this month. And although this says it's complete age control, it's actually targeted at just about any skin type, as it targets so many concerns. For me in particular, when I read that this helps to refine the skin's texture and to minimize the size of pores, I immediately went out and got myself a bottle, and I've noticed such an improvement to the tone, the overall sort of texture of my skin. It just feels a lot more smoother. I've noticed that the pores sort of on my cheek area appear to be minimized. I haven't needed to use a primer as much as what I used to, so this is definitely a winner in my book. I can see that it's going to be part of an empties post pretty soon, but I do think that it's something that I would repurchase. I've read so much about this particular product, and there was a specific makeup artist that I spoke to earlier this month who mentioned this mask. I can't mention any names, it said off record, but when she mentioned that this mask is one of the best, I went out and bought it literally the next day. And it is the Body Shop Vitamin E Sink-In Moisture Mask. Now, the Vitamin E range from the Body Shop is quite well known, and there are so many people who are hooked on this entire range. I haven't tried any of the other products from the range, but I'm very keen to try the sorbet that's just been released. So I think you're supposed to put it on and you leave it for about 10 to 15 minutes or something. I'm not quite sure. You'll need to read the instructions properly because yes, okay. So smooth a thin layer on cleansed skin, leave for 10 minutes, tissue off. I've actually found that after about 10 minutes it's pretty much sunk into my skin completely. So I apply this before bedtime and I leave it. And I use this about once or twice a week when I really need a boost of moisture, when I can feel that my skin is feeling particularly tight and dry. If you've got dry skin, or if you live in Joburg during winter, this is your product. Next I'm going to move on to my makeup favorites, and first, and this is by far my favorite product of the month, it is the Chanel Le Beige Healthy Glow Fluid, all-in-one Healthy Glow Fluid. And this product is absolutely amazing. When I first received this, I think I received quite a few products, and this was the one that I was least excited about, because usually when it's a healthy glow fluid, what that makes me think is like quite a sheer finish, quite transparent. I don't feel like it's going to cover any imperfections, and I like a medium to full coverage foundation depending on what my skin is doing on that day. I hardly ever do the dewy thing. I do BB creams when I want more of a natural finish, but I'll use concealer and sometimes even a powder over that as well. But this product, from the minute I started using it, I have been hooked. I don't think I've used like a few foundations that have come in, new foundations that have come in sort of here or there just to give them a go, but my go-to every day is this one, and I love it. It is the most lovely texture, and it really does leave, that's the texture, or that's the swatch, and if you see, it just blends in so seamlessly, and it just leaves my skin looking and feeling completely radiant, nourished, and it smells really good too. I've been using this very frequently throughout the month of June. I've received a few other mascaras in between and I've been using those, but without a doubt this is hands down my most reached for mascara in the month of June. So it's the L'Oreal Mega Volume Miss Manga Mascara. I've read so many reviews about it, so I was very excited to try it. I'm sure you've heard about the amazing 360 wand. Now, to be honest, I'm not actually quite sure what this does, because when I apply my mascara, my wand never does that. But I guess that it's, I don't know, I guess the flexibility does help to reach all of the lashes. But what I'm more impressed with is the bristles, because they come in different sizes, different lengths, and I find that just really helps to coat every single lash, and it really lengthens, really defines. I think a lot of people were worried that it would be quite clumpy. I find that if I apply several layers it gets a bit of a clumpy look, but then again, personally, I quite like a bit of a clumpy look. I don't know what it is, I've always kind of, I don't know, I like it. Next is a product that is not new. There have been quite a few reviews, but I have been using these so often this month, and these are the Clinique Cheek Pops. So I've got 3 shades. This is Berry Pop, which is my go-to everyday shade. I like quite a bold or quite a bright pop of color on my cheeks, and I find that this one works quite well. If I'm doing a bit of a red lip, I like to use bronzer, like a bronzier tones and like peach colors, so then I opt for Peach Pop. And then when I'm wearing a bold fuchsia lip or a bright pink lip, I'll use Plum Pop, just to sort of, you know, reflect the color from my lips. I usually wear this with my MAC lipstick in Candy Yum Yum. I think it works really well with a bit of a winged liner. It's just gorgeous to just brighten up the complexion, particularly on days when I'm feeling tired and pale. I like this because it just brings some color to my face. And I've never really been one for a defined brow. I don't know, it might be that I've got quite full brows. I've never really struggled with sparse brows or anything. But lately I've really been getting into defining my brows, and I have been using this gorgeous Catrice eyebrow set, which is just so incredibly handy because it is everything you could possibly need. I must confess at this point that I'm terrible at plucking my brows. I hardly ever do it, and I'll be on my way to a meeting, sitting in the car waiting, and I'll be like, oh, I should have plucked my eyebrows. The handy thing about this is that this little thing has a little slip out drawer, and it has a tiny mini little tweezer, which is tiny and not ideal, but when you're in a pinch this works well. And it's got a little brush with a little spoolie, a mini spoolie on the end. And then it's also got 2 colors. I have got mine in, just trying to find the shade that I've got, but I'm pretty sure that these are like your hair color shades. Oh, this one I think is Cosnova. I could be wrong. But anyway, so the 2 shades that I have here, it comes with a little mirror as well. A little mirror, and then it's got 2 shades. So a lighter and a darker one, so that you can really get in there and create the perfect brows. I tend to use the darker one a lot more often. I haven't used the light one at all. But this is really very handy, and they're super cheap. Next I'm moving on to my bath care favorites, and this is another one that you would have seen all over beauty blogs in South Africa recently, and that is the Mio Liquid Yoga Restorative Bath Soak. I love this product, and I'm not alone in loving this product. I've only got about that much left, about 1 use, because I find it very difficult not to use it every day. Every day I think, oh yes, like I'm feeling really tired today, or oh, my back is really sore from sitting in front of my laptop all day. Oh, I think I'll just have a yoga soak. This product is absolutely amazing. It smells divine. It fills the bathroom with the most delicious, refreshing, rejuvenating, but relaxing scent. And it leaves it smelling that way for, you know, for a good while afterwards. And it also just leaves, it just relaxes your muscles completely, and you feel so amazing when you step out of the bath, and I sleep so well every time I use it. Like literally I will make sure that I have my bath right before bedtime, and I'll hop into bed and I'll watch an episode of Downton Abbey, or I'll read my book, and lights out for me. It is amazing. It's quite pricey. Mio's products are known to be rather pricey, but I am obsessed with the range and I think it is well worth the money. So if you're looking for a treat and you have a little bit of money to spend, this is great. It's also fantastic for gifts. I know this will be on my wish list for my birthday and every Christmas to come. Next is more of a sort of baby favorites. You know, I've been using a lot of products from Aromatic Apothecary lately, and I think you can sort of see the theme that's running, you know, with my Mio and my bath soak. And I use the the mustard bath soak from the Aromatic Apothecary. I use their rosehip oil, I use their stress sniff, I use their relaxer roller ball. They've also got like a roll-on relief that you can just use on your shoulders and your neck. I use just about every single product from their range. I'm obsessed. Like, I love essential oils and I really think that they work very well. So they've got a kids range, and they have got 2 products in this range. So they've got the Kids Calmer, which is a blend of, I don't know, lavender, chamomile, let me check. Okay, so it's lavender, mandarin and chamomile, pure essential oils. And I just added a few drops of this into Bean's bath at night time. And sometimes I just massage it into his body, like I'll massage it into his chest and everything. And the theory is that well, I don't think that they say this, it's to be relaxing, but I was hoping that it would help him to sleep better and sleep for longer. That didn't happen, but it is still very nourishing for winter. It's great on his little body and his skin. And it also, it does help to soothe and calm him and sort of signal to him that, okay, the day is over, you've had your bath now, it's time to start calming down and winding down for bedtime. Next is their Kids Sneezes and Wheezes, which is a blend of peppermint, eucalyptus, lavender, and so it's peppermint, eucalyptus, lavender in almond oil and other vegetable oils. So this is ideal for when your little one is coming down with the cold or flu, and when they start to sort of sniff. And it was about a month ago that Bean started, you know, sniffing, and he had a bit of a ruddy nose. So I would just apply this to his chest every evening. It didn't even get into a full-blown cold, and a couple of days later he was sorted. So I do think he has a very strong immunity, but I think that this helped as well, like the eucalyptus oil and everything, just to clear those nasal passages. As with most essential oils, I think it is probably best not to use these on tiny babies, like newborn babies. Bean is over a year old now, so you know it's perfectly safe to use on babies a year and older. But I think if you're wanting to use this on a younger baby, maybe just check with your pediatrician first. They also have a pregnancy range, so if you are pregnant and you're looking for, you know, essential oils that are safe to use during pregnancy, have a look. And that is about it for the month of June. I've got a couple of empties posts coming up, so look out for those, but that is about it. So until later, bye.